Okay, y'all, I want you to be honest with me. When you get into arguments, are you arguing to understand or are you arguing to win? Because there's a big difference. If you've ever walked away from an argument feeling like you technically won, but somehow still feeling like you lost, congratulations. You might need a little Ahimsa in your life. So what is it? Ahimsa is the yogic principle of non-violence. But before you roll your eyes and think, okay, just let me be nice all the time. Nope. That's not even what we're talking about. Ahimsa isn't about conflict. It's about how we handle conflict without causing unnecessary harm. Because let's be real, violence in relationships doesn't always have to be physical harm. It can also be things like harsh words and yelling, the silent treatment, sarcasm and passive aggressiveness, and even the bad thoughts we have about someone. Yes, those count too. Basically, if you've ever been to a point where you rehearse a whole "so now you care" type of speech, congratulations. That's low-key violence. Okay, but why does this really matter here? The reason that it matters is because conflict is inevitable. You will most certainly have disagreements with the people that you love. It's a given. The question is, do the disagreements bring you closer together? Do they leave scars? Ahimsa means fighting in a way that builds understanding as opposed to resentment. That would mean things like speaking with honesty and kindness and avoiding that, well, I'm just being real just so you can be an asshole. It means listening without waiting for your turn to talk. And it means setting boundaries without blaming or attacking. Think of the last time that you were in a conflict with someone. How did you show up in that moment? Were you looking to connect with this person or just prove a point? So let's talk about some real life ways that we can practice Ahimsa. Number 1, check your intention before you speak. Before you say something in an argument, ask yourself, is this true? Is this necessary? And can I say it without causing harm? If the answer is no, go back to the drawing board. Try to maybe reword that thought. Number 2, learn to regulate before responding. This is a big one. If you're really heated in an argument or disagreement, take a break. Walk away, breathe, splash water on your face. Because if your nervous system is in fight mode, nothing productive is going to come out of your mouth. So regulate yourself first. Number 3, validate before you disagree. Now this is a good one, because instead of jumping into, yeah, but try, I hear you. I see where you're coming from. Can I share my perspective too? That little shift can turn something from a fight to a conversation to build connection. And number 4, apologize when you get it wrong, because you will mess up. We're going to get it wrong. We all do this. But an apology with accountability is very powerful. And no, that does not include, I'm sorry you feel that way. That just doesn't count. So here's your challenge. Next time you're in a tense conversation, how about we pause for a minute and ask yourself, am I speaking from a place of understanding or a place of wanting to be right? And tell me in the comments, what is your go-to toxic argument habit? No shame. We're all growing here. Mine is shutting down and withdrawing, and I'm working on it. But again, it's a process and we are on a journey. Now, if you're loving this series, don't forget to follow, because next up, we'll dive into Satya, why honesty without kindness is actually just cruelty in disguise. See you next time.